Can your employer see charges that were withdrawn, dismissed, acquitted, or stayed? That's what I'm going to cover in this video. I'm Dan Joffe, Pardon and U.S. Waiver lawyer at NextLaw. Our law firm will get your pardon or U.S. waiver for a reasonable cost. Click on the link in the description below to book a free call to learn more. Let's get started. Most people don't know this, but an employer will see on a background check that you were charged even if your charges were withdrawn, dismissed, acquitted, or stayed. Let me explain. When removing traces of your criminal activity from your background check, you need to understand the difference between a conviction and a non-conviction. A conviction is when you were charged by the police, found guilty in a court, and a conviction is registered. At that point, your criminal record, which details your conviction, is stored in CPIC, which is the criminal record database managed by the RCMP. If you get a pardon, which is now called a record suspension, the Parole Board of Canada will order the RCMP to remove your criminal record from the CPIC criminal records database. So when an employer does a background check on you, they will not see your conviction. Your background check will come back clean. But this is not the case with a non-conviction. A non-conviction is where you had interactions with the police, which led to charges, but ultimately there was no conviction. Records of your non-conviction, including your charges, police notes, photographs, and fingerprints, are stored in a few different places, including the databases at the police station where you were charged and the court where your case was processed. You can't remove those records with a pardon because a pardon only applies to convictions. For non-convictions, you need to get a file destruction, which will destroy traces of your non-conviction. You need to make a file destruction request to the police service where you were charged. However, here is what most people don't know. The decision on whether to destroy your non-conviction record lies with the police. If the police refuse your request for a file destruction, your non-conviction charges will be a permanent part of your record and will be disclosed on any background check conducted by an employer. Finally, the most important factor in getting your pardon is to get your application right. Mistakes will cost you time and, in some cases, rejection. We are Canada's only law firm dedicated to Pardons U.S. Waivers. Let's get your application done right for a reasonable cost. Click on the link below to schedule a free, no obligation call.